Top of the morning to you. This would probably be better if you could actually hear me. Good morning, world. Top of the morning. Bottomish of the morning. 10:48 a.m. on Thursday, March 19th. We gapped down majorly off data this morning. We are chopping currently. VIX is doing stuff. SPY's doing stuff. I'm doing stuff. Let's trade some futures. So far today, I'm up a couple $100, but mainly I'm working on this TPT, Take Profit Trader evaluation. The goal for today is 26 more dollars, and we passed. Now this is a tricky spot. Funny thing about trading prop firms is getting it over the finish line. Those last few dollars can sometimes be the hardest. But let's see if I can pass it here on stream. VIX is falling. I like that. Going long on a micro. Oh, and it's got a rejection right off the bat. I'm looking over here on my SPY chart, seeing some EMAs up above. Oof, already $20 down. Not great. Did VIX give us a bounce? Okay, bouncing up, bouncing up. This is good. I like what I'm seeing, but if this gets faded, then we're going to have to bail. Looking good so far. I'm watching SPX right now at 65.85. I'd like a bump up to 65.90. That would pretty much pass us. Okay, still red. Now we're green. VIX still heading down, it looks like. Okay, up 13, 16, 20, 21. I'm taking the profit there. Whew. $7.50 away from passing this. Might have taken profit a little too soon, but this is a sketchy spot. You can see on my screen here, I think you can see my cursor. You cannot see. We have an EMA up here. You can see it on my NQ chart. It's ES, SPY, SPX, Qs, MAX. This one can be NQ. And I tell you what, you can even see it over here on this NQ chart. Zoom this one in. Check that out. Big resistances up here. That's why I bailed out when I did. Oh, and look at that. Market's heading back down. $7.50 away from glory. Not going to push it. That is the key here. When you're in the finish line, near the finish line, in the finishing area for prop firms, you got to be very careful about where you're taking your entries. Oh, VIX heading down again. I'm long again. I think VIX is going to crush here. Up $4, $5. Come on, show me more. Up 12. Boom. Passed. I'm going to move this over, I think, so you can see account balance. Check this out. Boom. Account balance. Right there. There it is. 53K. So it went from 50K to 53K in 5 days of trading. No one day was more than 50% of my total. So I kept it under 1,500 for multiple days. And here we are with $1,001. That's a win for us. We'll take it. And we're going to activate that TPT Pro account next week, because this week has been scary, guys. I don't know about y'all. Push through those resistances, come back and test, maybe pop again, go check out prior day low. But I'm just going to point out, I have all of my EMAs. I'm here on the 2-minute. Let's check out the 10. Oof. Okay, we're in between EMAs on the 10. This is nice. I like this entry down here. It's 24,474. But now that I'm out of evals, I only have fundeds left, and I definitely don't want to be playing with fundeds here, as VIX looks a little bottomy. There it is. VIX a little bottomy. UVXY a little bottomy. The tick, I don't like it when it resets that. I think this is much easier to see as a line. This is the tick chart, tick Q down below. I'm still figuring out how to use this, but this tells me about momentum. And what I'm seeing right here, what are we watching? Every time we get momentum, smacked, 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 smacked. This tells me we are range bound. Is that accurate? Looking here up on the NQ. Oh boy. Boop, 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 boop. Range bound. Not super tradable, but we can watch. We can just check it out together. All right. I wonder if you guys can hear my squawk very much. Let's see. Oh, all right. You back where you were. There we go. Okay. And I'll even bump that up in size so you can really see what I'm doing over here on the triggers. Okay. Now, down here in the corner, I've got a bunch of little charts. I'm not sure if you can totally see these, so I'm going to boom them up for a second, and I'm just going to point out what we have going on. Top left, we have ES. Oh, this is still showing that, yeah, okay, we're in the M contract. That is flipped. Over here in the middle, QQQ, which doesn't, are we updating here? There we go. Okay, now we're up.
One thing I do want to point out from a long-term perspective,
and they'll do it for you. You don't need to
on
see
SPY,
when it goes to there.
and this applies to the NASDAQ. And the reason why we're stopping where we're at. Okay, this would help explain why we're stopping at the moment.
This is not a long.
I think they come in.
Where is
I think they come in maybe 18 inches. I don't really know.
All right,
Just
so you
tell
see
them- I mean,
here,
we might be able
look
to
at
get away
SPY.
with 20. But I
SPY
basically
has
30 would be
this
like
pattern
a little
here.
patch by the garden plus the little
Bullish
area
sharp
right by
retracement
the
setup.
rocks.
We've arrived to the first PRZ, the potential reversal zone of this technical setup. So this PRZ,
Because
at the very minimum right now,
so I think
is
you would do like
causing
maybe
some
like
pause.
60% sand and maybe
just
like
from a
30%
technical
I'll
standpoint, and
figure out
perhaps the
what we
algos
need
are
to
seeing
do for
that.
this type of soil type. and
Most of the
clay
time,
type
that's
guys.
what you see with these technical setups. Now, the predicted bottom
That's what I told
sits a little bit below the halfway
Okay,
point
so I told
between
you
the
last
first
week, right?
PRZ and the second PRZ.
The gardeners
second
and
PRZ,
landscapers go
1132,
there the moment they open. You have to be there before it
The
opens.
1132 fib
What time do
is
they
down
open?
to 644.65, which is very close
Garden
to
center
the
opens at
lower
9. You
variance
gotta be
zone
there
of
before it
644.07.
Got one more scale.
So the other way to look at this is SPY is
Oh,
pausing
they open
for a
at 9?
second because we've arrived to a significant
all the landscapers go
from
there
a
and
technical
clean it out.
standpoint. And if you look at
That's okay.
NQ,
It's okay. Well, do your meeting, babe. Like, don't worry about it. It's just. I don't, because the pickle keeps running
Same
that
thing.
mud over there. That's why I'm trying to.
NQ, QQQ.
balance.
If you get bored later, do
Now,
track down
especially if
some
you look at
soft things.
QQQ here, looks really clean. Today's low on the QQQ
Yeah,
is the
when I went last time,
886.
dude, they cleaned out.
PRZ
Like,
for the
they
sharp.
were like, oh yeah, 'cause
Just
all
like
the
SPY.
landscaping.
Both of them
How
arriving
from? What's his
to
face?
the
Where he
PRZ
got
on the
from?
same day.
BXY,
And again, that's why I emphasize when
What's it-
SPY
what's it-
is
what's the
done,
guy's name?
when SPY arrives,
Yeah.
you'll start seeing other
Here.
things arrive. QQQ,
Dude, there's a mud patch in the backyard. I gotta
XLF,
regrade the.
XLK.
All right,
Look
let's get a giveaway in a little bit.
XLF right now.
Let me
It's at
finish the lesson though.
1132 PRZ, and it can go lower to the HOP.
breakdown area from earlier.
Or if I look at
Fresh grass anywhere, they sell out the minute they get the shipments in.
actually SMH
No, we're good.
and
Like,
socks
where
are
the
not
thing is
even
that
close,
Pickle goes outside and he
Not
gets
even
Paul's
close.
money. He comes in and ruins the
which is what could actually create
the,
a second correction.
the
Where you
white
see
cow.
things like SOX, SMH, so semiconductor ETFs, or like XLK actually hit
Ordered online, yeah.
their targets. But that would be for the next correction cycle. At the very least, SPY, QQQ, and
I'd
some
come
other
from-
ETFs, they
What you're
are
looking for is when it's
looking
selling
good.
balance
They're
and a
at
buy and balance, the next logical step is the
PRZs.
middle, and we call that liquidity. right? When sellers and buyers
so that can
are
help
at the
explain
same
why
rate
are we getting
of approaching the market, the market's liquid
at the moment.
So the market is always on a quest
of, okay,
there's more sellers and buyers. Oh, there's more buyers and sellers. Okay, we're now liquid. Cool.
A major technical level.
So if you see a move that goes like this and tries to make its way to the middle,
I'm still gonna wait.
But continues to fall, and there was the middle, then the sellers that met wasn't a buy imbalance because it was still overwhelmed by the sellers. So when you see 2 layers of a sell imbalance, you need to flag that. This is called the anchor point, which proves that something has happened. We call it anchor point.
Yeah, I can hear you
something has happened at that moment in time, and you need to look for that. Looking for a move that refuses to find liquidity and keeps going. Then what you're trying to do is finding where that maximum sell imbalance is, which means the maximum illiquidity. And when markets are liquid, the more liquid a market is, the less volatile it is.
It goes both ways too. Like, sometimes it's me, and sometimes it's you. I think you and I and
volatile markets are illiquid. They tend to bounce around a lot more. So the maximum amount of sell imbalance is the maximum amount of illiquidity, or the maximum amount of volatility. So you're looking for like where that volatility gets the worst and sort of chills out before it keeps moving again. So you're looking for like a spike in volatility, and you can see it on a tick chart. That's why we use a tick chart, because you can see those orders themselves, and you're looking for that maximum beat, and it just so happens to be this little area right here. Right, so you're looking for the maximum sell imbalance before the buyers are found, which is here. The maximum point of illiquidity at this moment in time.
Even a little below VWAP.
I mean, look at the VIX right now. Right here, these in terms of that.
And then fly back
so to identify that anchor point, it's very simple. Right, and so we can draw it over here. This guy, sell imbalance. Let me pick a color that's like easier to see on this chart. All right. Sell imbalance, buy imbalance hits the middle. Okay, so anytime you hit the middle, then it's not, it doesn't qualify. Sell imbalance, buy imbalance, hit the middle. Nope, not that either. Sell imbalance here. Further sell imbalance. Perfect. This did not hit the. Awesome. So now we've identified the anchor point. This is the moment in time that shit hit the fan.
It was Thursday, March 13th.
You're looking for that maximum amount of volatility
Thursday, March 13th.
Before things dry
up
again.
It was 1:45 p.m.
We see that there's a V-shaped move here. We see that there's a V-shaped move here. Everybody understand where I'm at so far? Chat, can y'all tell me some...
The reaction in the days to come after that.
Yeses or nos, y'all cool?
Of that first cycle. It wasn't a crazy
Do we all
reversal.
Agree that
like it
this
wasn't
is the
a
maximum
big,
sell imbalance point, anchor
reversal.
point?
It wasn't a... It was a steady reversal. And then we just like got exhausted by the time we got the next sell-off alert on the 25th. Now, part of that,
what's
though,
important is to know that here and here
we hit the bottom before
we find just the middle of that range, and that's a high volume pivot. It's a guaranteed high volume pivot. But we've also marked the anchor point, which is here.
Got our second.
Once you've marked that anchor point, you take one more step. So we have this. We have this.
During the
we
week
have the
of
middle.
Option expiration.
This is your AP. And we call this an illiquidity
pivot,
so we call it an IP.
That was a pump. I mean,
or illiquidity.
You're being nice. I mean, I look at that and I go, that was 20 handle.
Okay. The last thing you do from your anchor point is you measure a distance down from there, and then you draw
comparing
a line.
it to April.
What is that distance? It's just we give it to you in the table here.
500 handle
move.
Looking
pretty solid now.
In April.
Do I want to jump in on this?
Off the first day, the predicted bottom.
Yeah, it reminds me though.
I kind of like the way that it's looking.
What you said a couple days ago, which is basically you can get the low, have a bounce.
Let me see what the VIX is doing. I kind of want to jump in on the long here. Hold on.
Right around 20-25 handles.
VIX in decline.
So you get the SPY, bounce it up back to that 75 level. You know, and then also.
Oh, but resilience is still negative though.
My rhythm has been all screwed up in terms of having to work remotely, etc. But which I'm annoyed with.
Hold on.
I mean, you look at the SPY levels that we were talking about 3 days ago, and I asked you, okay, what's the maximum you want to see on the SPY? And we were like 20 freaking cents from that.
Isn't that nuts?
Right? And that was intraday. We were further away. We were like 80 cents.
Here it is.
Pre-market.
Okay, so the table, right? When you go here to this table,
right
you're going to go down to whatever contract you're trading. In that example, we're doing NASDAQ, right? So let's go to NASDAQ. You'll get this value called risk interval. It's right here.
Off of the previous week.
And NASDAQ's risk interval, sorry, y'all can't see that. Let me put it on the screen here.
That I use for friend continuation.
I'm telling you guys,
or
when you go in the spring,
candle.
it's so impossible to get San Augustine
engulfing
grass,
candle risk on the weekly
buy it all up.
Was
that's why
above
we're like,
that level.
It's almost like going to freaking GameStop.
I just want to clarify,
Mike,
to everyone else, you probably already knew that. But,
okay, risk interval 253. Anyway, so then what you do for the catalyst line, so somebody that was asking how to do it.
Again, I want everyone to hear that. I'm not
You're going to take your anchor point. So we found the anchor point. We found the volatility maximum before it dried up. And then we're going to do the anchor point, right?
Minus proven that in terms of Trump's intervention and all the different games that are being played. So we look at that VIX.
What the risk interval is, it's a CME thing that provides another high volume pivot. 25
the quasi head and shoulders and breaking down and
minus
hit below the measurement of that head and shoulders. So
253.
I would really look for it to potentially come back and retest the break of around
24,895. So from there, you'll draw a catalyst line, which is one risk point, and this actually creates. This is a very cool trick when you guys learn how to do this. 895. That's what this red line actually is here.
Just let it happen how it's going to happen.
Which you will see almost every single time when markets fall and an illiquid run like that. It moves one risk interval before it holds for a little bit, and it's to the penny. I mean, it's exact. This is a CME structure thing, and that's where that number comes from. And you can see that like we fell exactly to that level, and then when you out and you go to like an actual time chart rather than a tick chart.
Maybe not. Maybe it happens right now. Again, I don't know, but
the cat line is also a high volume pivot, just like hedge pressure is, except it's bigger.
What your thoughts are on that particular scenario? Because I mean, at the end of the day, you're probably going to just say, yeah, it can happen.
This song here.
So it lines up with what you're
you see this? See all that volume here? So whenever you break through that, the market can cascade into massive amounts of margin calls. Breaking through that pink line is huge volume. So it's a guaranteed high volume pivot as well. Then on the other side of it, the market just goes crazy.
Sorry,
like yesterday,
I was
right?
On mute. Forgot I was on mute.
Breaking through the cat active line, see how it just catalyzes a further move that just sold off and crashed out?
665.
That's what that does. So you can calculate that exact phenomenon to the dollar, to the tick.
Like you said, at the end of the day, very possible.
Look at me wanting to be on the long here.
Too, and we saw this.
The gap fill, let's go. But that's how you do it.
And a pivot.
Where is it? March 3rd.
Okay. Lines are high volume pivots the entirety of the move. So like, let me give you guys one more example of this. Here's your sort of like this guy right here.
This was a VIX TP1 issue.
Maximum volatility here. Here's your anchor point.
So
and here's that red line I was talking about. We call those illiquidity pivots. It's right there, and it got touched. So we
rejected VIX TP1.
Look at me like saying I wanted to grab them long here.
We need to see a retest,
whatever,
and a follow through for a valid VIX TP1 trade. We didn't see it, and then what happened is they just crushed.
I should have bought it.
The VIX. They crushed it.
Dude, we've gone up 100 points.
By the time they were crushing it,
no.
People were still thinking market's going higher.
We're gonna watch and see
we're
if
long.
Any wicks develop.
You know, no brainer.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna check.
And I called the bluff on that. I said no. We're gonna go find VIX TP1 again. For a sustainable move, we should have rejected that a second time in the next day.
As much as I keep telling myself, I want to jump in for the big
what you're talking about
rally up
665.
All the Fed did was
could they do the same thing
how
again?
How bad the economic data is going to be this year. I wouldn't be surprised if it continues to sell for the rest of the day. After we break through highs and hit the top,
pushing SPY back up, and then annoyingly in the next week or so after.
But longer term, like
longer term resistances
are right up here. Remember, we drew these.
Whole process over
this is longer term bear market.
So what I'm saying is,
so if you are super bearish, we hit 660, we turn around.
Waking up. Let's see if we get a bounce right here.
And they can just end it like that.
Nasdaq is so far away; they look relative,
instead of doing the retest. And then start the process all over next week, once option expiration is done. Just like they did in the past. Right here. So I support what you just said. I think that's totally.
We take it with the medium heavy
totally
S&P bet. This is just the bet that we're continuing to decline.
But it's absolutely
this is the bear zone top on monthly maps. I'll be right back.
I definitely don't want it to happen.
I think this would be a false breakout.
But the market's been consistently annoying right? Yeah. So that's the only thing we can say, you know, sure as hell, what has the market been the most consistent recently? And that's irritating and annoying. So they could absolutely do that.
Yeah, I think that irritation and annoyance translates into those that are moving the markets
10 cents on one account, and I made $180
that we're expecting something to happen, and that creates the annoyance. So it's a further indication too that what you're up against, because of their ability to step in, especially the news cycle on Saturday and Sunday, and then to have, you know, Trump come out and make a couple absurd statements and then suddenly bounce the market. But you got to have the gunpowder behind that to make those movements work, and then someone's got to be making money.
I shorted at the Bears DD ratio at 0.16, and that's also the same place the Bears on top on monthly maps.
They're still able to make money.
It's a good resistance, but I don't know if it's going to play out.
That's what they're doing. The primary dealers are able to hop on. And they can have
so this is betting on perpetual bear market.
I think the biggest problem we have is just the
right here, hitting that bear zone top today.
OPEX chart breaks above yesterday's high. That's above 100. Oh lordy.
You know,
yeah, I have no idea.
I see some drawing that we can do here. You guys want to do some drawings?
Like
again, I can just take the scalp and be happy with it.
One other thing I want to point out, Mike, is
there's not a lot of volatility, which is why I don't want to stay short for
all
long.
The previous predicted
if you look at the
VIX,
it's in decay, so we're not really seeing any pullback.
It's a new one for me. I'm not an oil trader.
The interesting thing is that those predicted bottoms were in fact the bottom.
Sorry, we're not seeing any movement on the VIX. It's
and then the cycle resets. And so the other thing to think about is the time
VIX in decay is not.
If let's say
it's liquid enough for a squeeze, right?
is the predicted bottom, there is some type of time
my evidence that I have right now
that aligns probably with
bigger picture.
ED ratio less than half. This is resistance. Resilience less than 0.
The algorithms.
This is resistance.
Out of anyone, the market, the algorithms.
Monthly hedge pressure is support. That's why we're bouncing between these two levels.
What that catalyst is, when they're expecting it, it's most likely the computers.
As much as it looks like it's trying to build,
happening here
on our behalf.
Outside of
so the thing I just have to keep in mind here is
keep going.
If they
we flip to the bull side, so this is the 3-month
pushing this off.
So this is the month-long resistance. So this is resistance both on the daily and on the month.
Is when we arrive.
If the market is bearish and you are bearish this economy, we're continuing to drift down.
The time we arrived to it was not a mistake.
If you are a bull, then
the level we arrived to was not a mistake. The valid TP1.
These are like pre-expiration short
squeeze where
we expire
the invalidation
tomorrow.
Were not
so you just get some people taking profit on their shorts probably. But I think
there's
momentum to sell off today. Probably not.
One of the things I emphasized
this morning, building that up.
I'm not shorting anything.
Flowers. Yeah, I took my.
Nothing.
Now I've been hearing some
all right, let's see.
I'm not going to try to force the time factor that the algos already have planned.
The Fed seems to believe that
they will determine
inflation
when we
effects are temporary.
What we know is right now we're outside of the standard arrival time.
The tariffs are like a one-time thing, so once they hit, they're done, and we're going to be good after that.
But if we hit the predicted bottom,
type in ETF. Our first giveaway today is going to be Elite Trader Funding. Our giveaways are sponsored by our partners.
And we know we're at the arrival date.
Dude, that was a $15 drop.
All the times we arrived to the predicted bottom in the
we're
past,
gonna range today. Probably so.
The algos did not make a mistake.
I just want to point out here, back on NQ, we are not making a new high.
That was when we were supposed to bottom, for whatever the reason was, or reasons. That's when we were supposed to bottom, and that was the level we were supposed to bottom on. So I'm in this mindset of like I'm just gonna accept what this market's giving me until it gives me what it's revealed to me. So that's like my mindset going into this, regardless of what happens today. We could get your 665. We could do a number of different things. But that's why right now I'm just staying put, because April 7th bottom, March 13th bottom, December or January 13th bottom, or December's bottom 24, or August 5th bottom from the Japan yen carry trade. That's what you have to remember, is not just you, Mike, I mean like all of us, myself included. We have to remember that when we arrive to the predicted bottoms, regardless of the circumstances, that was the time and that was the place to go long. So if I just focus on not trying to force our arrival date right now and force trades I don't need to, like, you know, to force a short down to 649. That's why the emphasis is not forcing the short. The emphasis is waiting for the arrival for the long.
When VIX loses these psychological moves, the moves can be big.
I'm still gonna sit here and do nothing until we either get VIX invalidation off the retest or predicted bottom. I'm fine waiting. We're almost there. We're very close. We're within like 100 handles on SPY. Just over 100 handles. Sorry, not 100 handles on SPY. 10 handles, but 100 handles on ES. We're very close. We're one trend day away from hitting predicted bottom based on where we are now.
But I think that again, I'm not predicting the 665 in terms of that. I'm not wanting it. I'm not saying it's going to happen, etc. I'm just saying that that's the either or situation of how things potentially could look here. I don't like the lack of torque that we're experiencing now. That's why I originally was talking about the timeline, what you like to see and by what time, you know, etc. It could, one news announcement and it could drop and we start back right up again. We don't know. I just want to make an observation for the board in terms of this, in terms of what you're saying and what Dagger's saying. The hardest thing in the world is to wait. And if you guys are looking for the best, most classic book I could ever recommend to you, it's Reminiscence of a Stock Speculator. Written, I don't know, 120 years ago, maybe not 120 years ago, maybe it's about 100 years ago. I think it was written later, but it was about the 20s and 30s, so maybe it was written 50, 60 years ago. But that book is the most timeless book you'll read around speculation and skills, etc. And one of the lines in that book that has always stood out with me is that he finally got to a point in his career realizing that he made more money by waiting and not trading than when he traded. And that is the hardest lesson. You know, I mean, Dagger reminds me of a guy sitting in a blind who's just going to sit there and wait until it comes to him. And what happens is 99% of the people go out of the blind because they're like, shit, this isn't working. I'm going to go out there and make it work. I'm going to go out there and sometimes they're successful and sometimes they're not. The hardest thing is to allow it to come into your particular kill zone and wait. And you can learn that skill
pattern happening, which can be,
because I've had to do it in reverse. Like I've always been the one that goes out and finds it, kills it, skins it, comes back and goes further hunting grounds so I can't find it. Long term, it's a very tough road to haul. So if you can pick up what Dagger's teaching you here, I swear to God, you'll leapfrog a lot of hard lessons that, you know, I've had to learn that break a lot of people because they break in the form of bankruptcy. They break them in the form of bad trades. So, I mean, take notes and watch and try to emulate that because it's not a skill set found. It's not a skill set come by very easily. Put it that way.
The hunting analogy is fantastic. I did used to hunt. I don't do it as much anymore, but that was a long process. Everything from preparing during the season, you know, like around this time of year, that's when you're preparing for next fall. You're setting up your tree stand. You're making sure everything's good to go. You're any type of prep that you do, and then you finally get to the right time of year, and you got to wait. And you might get the animal you're looking for, but it's not.
Oh, no way, I can de-interlace? Man, tomorrow I'm going to be HD, baby. I'm going to de-interlace this mofo. In the meantime, though, I'm going to need to... That's not better. Why is it stuck up there? I don't understand that. Well,
you know, there's hunting for a particular animal, and then there's also
I think that's nice.
Taking out infestations or things that are harming your property, whether you're talking about wild boars or coyotes, and that's a whole different animal. That's a whole different thing. And I think about, I actually kind of think about that in this circumstance, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get everything at once. So I'm going out there, I'm collecting reconnaissance on an enemy, and instead of, you know, killing that one enemy, I'm finding out where does he move, what time, what day of the week, how many people, what weapons do they have, what equipment do they have, what vehicles do they have. It's like a full-scale reconnaissance. And then you set up an ambush. So when I was back in Minnesota, my friend's great uncle, he actually was a former Green Beret.
Sorry, I was talking to myself. Medic. Sorry, my Ninja Trader crashed for some reason. Sorry, I was talking to myself. All right, guys, spin that wheel here.
They were having the whole county was having a coyote problem. Coyotes were killing everyone's cats, livestock, dogs, and so. I don't know if it was that particular county or if it was the whole state of Minnesota.
That green juice gives me power, baby.
Said, hey, we got a coyote problem.
Power me up.
It's fair game to dispatch them 24/7. So if you, at any point, at any time during the year,
DTLT trades, baby.
For this year, you can.
I took a 12 contract, yeah, short, bears on top again, right back down to MHP. Same trade I've been making all morning.
Me and my buddy, we came up with a plan to figure out how to get the coyotes
so you're falling back down to MHP again. I'll be the smart trade here.
We set up trail cameras all over the property. We started.
I'll take the $9,000
fall because they're chasing
$55,884 today trading.
Hitting people's livestock,
trading scalps,
people's pets, and all that. So
I'm good with this. Probably get soft from here, but I don't care.
Track their movements.
She's a mag bro. Like it's been so.
How many different packs there were, how many were in each
Congratulations,
pack.
DLT. All right, we'll take a break in a minute.
We even
we'll
were
do
able
one
to
more
see
giveaway in
like
about 5 minutes, so don't go anywhere. Hold on, I got some business I got to do. Hold on.
We had images and video of them like dragging animals across the kill cam. We saw them like drag cats and stuff like that too. So we're like, okay, yeah, we got a big problem. But once we knew the numbers, once we knew how many, it wasn't yet time to hunt them. We had to come up with a plan. How are we going to get all of them? So one of the things we saw, and most people would say like, you know, hey, these coyotes really like dying rabbits, or they like killing rabbits, or whatever. And that was actually one of the things that we found over the course of a few months. We find like remnants of, you know, rabbits and, you know, stuff like that all over the place. So this was the middle of like February. Me and my buddy, we got some snow camo. We set up a ground blind on the edge of a soybean field that was already cut down and flat. Snow is everywhere. We covered the ground blind with snow. We got snow camo on. Everything.
test.
So we get some
5288.
We get a bunch of raw meat.
We're gonna do a little bit of a tappy tap over.
Put it in the middle of the soybean field outside of the blind. And we get a bunch of loudspeakers.
And I tell you what, just because I know this is a trading stream.
And I'm sitting in that blind for like an hour. Just playing on the loudspeaker.
I'm gonna put some trades on.
Like the sound of a dying rabbit, which is awful, by the way. Awful sound. But that's what
not traded yet today.
Brings the coyotes in.
How's this look for y'all?
And we had our semi-auto shotguns. We're ready to go, loaded up. And down came about 7 coyotes. Heard them howl once.
There we are on my top step.
And once it goes silent, that's when you know they're coming.
I'm gonna flip over to the practice account.
So instead of picking off one at a time,
okay, we're on the MNQ.
We waited months, did a full reconnaissance. They show up, and we smoke all of them.
Order filled.
All of them.
MNQ.
And we did that for like about a year. And at least in that area, no more coyote problems.
Retest up here on the 5590.
Why do I bring that up? Well,
Order
number
filled.
1, Mike brought up the hunting, and it reminded me of that. But number 2,
order filled.
That's what we're doing right now. We've done our reconnaissance. We've set up the ambush, and now we're waiting. We're waiting for SPY to hit predicted bottom. And when it does, I'm going to destroy everything. I'm going to be buying SPY for the S&P 500. I'm going to be doing call options,
Order
some
filled.
leaps
on 5
on SPX.
MNQ. Oh, no.
I'm going to be buying.
No. This is just a paper account. That's the tail wick that
I wanted.
That's the bounce that I wanted. Let's
Those
see.
182 charts that I posted. There's tickers in there. I'm going to be buying stock.
Rejection over here. We are not at 52.
I'm going to be buying
so we
some
can
leaps.
Way lower before the rejection.
When the IV settles a little bit after the volatility, I'll open up some 3, 6, and 9 month contracts on the tickers that I want. I'm going to hit everything at once, and I'm going to hit it hard. But right now, I'm waiting in ambush. I got all the intel I need. I know exactly what I'm looking for. And I know when I'm going to strike. And that's what we're doing. You can't get rid of an infestation if you just take out one thing at a time, one mouse at a time, one coyote at a time. You can have some progress, but for every one you get, you'll have 2, 3, 4 more.
I do like what I'm seeing here out of this formation. This could be a little bit of a reversal setup. We have a bunch of rejection up here off these EMAs. We're going to have to test those first, and that's where my first take profit will be. I'm going to scale out of 4 of these when we tap that EMA. Okay.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Close enough. Stop. Move to break even. Now let's see what happens. I don't know, guys.
That investor, I don't think that's too much.
Didn't get the 5250.
If the setups are nice, and if you like the company, like if you like the companies,
anytime you see a top wick,
the number doesn't really matter.
Order filled.
Ooh, that could be good times. Oh, nope. UVXY booming. Got stopped.
Now, I would look at those companies from a sector-based standpoint. So, like if you have 31 semiconductor companies in your portfolio and like nothing else, well, you're heavily reliant on the semiconductor sector, right? So it might look diversified through the means of the amount of companies you have, but sector-based, it's not as diversified as you might think. But yeah, I think that's fine.
You're in a squeeze. If you're a squeezer, got stopped.
Order filled.
Back in. Squeeze is firing on the 10-minute on ES.
Just make sure you're looking at good companies. You know, that's the biggest thing. That is the biggest thing.
For the 5250 reject, Maybe one more high on the... Nope.
Order filled.
Speculative stuff. I'll tell you what, I don't have enough time in my life to be looking at too many speculative companies.
EMA.
I just don't.
There we go. Okay, I'm building a position here, counting on a 5250 rejection on the UVXY.
Don't worry, MSTR is 80% of the basket.
At least back into the range from these lows.
Oh, jeez.
One MNQ in my funded Express account on Top Step.
God
nice
bless.
Rejection on VIX. Nice rejection
Thoughts and
on
prayers.
UVXY. Nope, heading down. Heading down. Risk is low on this trade. Still like that VIX topping candle. Oh, no.
Optical stocks are eating ham sandwiches and having beers and saying what
UVXY
more?
Not cooperating, heading towards that 5250. That's where I wanted to be long. Down $25.
Order filled.
Down 18. Let's see if we can really get that rejection on UVXY. Of course, again, UVXY over 5250, and I'm out like a trout.
Let's see.
Very green.
Order filled.
Break even. Now I'm in profit.
One of my best buys, and I put it in my 401k.
Take it out right up here.
Because I knew they did germanium lenses.
I like the candles on
I
UVXY.
bought them
Can
back
we get
when
52?
they were below 20.
Can we break 52 to the downside?
Just a few months ago.
Yes.
You
there
know.
it goes. There it goes.
And it was
52.
speculative on my part.
That was my TP. I didn't get it.
They're now at 52.
Order filled.
Wow.
$11. Big winner.
I'm up over 200%.
Order filled.
Back in long.
And you just bought the common stock.
Here.
Yeah.
Man.
I just bought common because I know about germanium lenses. I saw the interest in government because of
it did get rejected off the EMA,
well, at that point in time, it was because of Ukraine.
VIX still putting in the topping pattern.
Little did I know,
seems to be a line in the sand for the VIX.
Fighting with Iran.
Okay, there we go.
So yeah, it was a little bit of a surprise, but I'm not complaining.
Almost move it to break even.
But it'll dip down.
Order filled.
Oh, stopped out too soon.
And then
it's about to go.
It'll pop, and then it'll dip. Like today, it dipped down to 45. I just okay. And now it's at 52. It hit 53.
Good idea. Oh my!
But it'll usually pop and then fade in the afternoon.
Oh, we were here before.
So
Order filled.
It's just one for people to look at. It's AXTI.
We had on the day on the practice, but that's okay. That's why it's a practice account.
You always happen to find
trading alongside.
Quite a few golden nuggets, Katie.
I do. I saw. It's because I work in trade compliance. I kind of know what.
5250.
Order filled.
Taking two more.
Order filled.
So I can kind of
Order filled.
10 lot here at the bottom on the practice account.
In the defense industry and stuff like that.
Let's see if I take this in my.
So yeah.
Yep.
Order filled.
5250 rejection.
Off ones.
Order filled.
That most people go. Huh?
Green? Break even?
Where did you come up with that one?
Two MNQs here.
This is one of those, where did you come up with that one?
Oh, man, not getting any momentum. UVXY not breaking down like I wanted
AXTI, did I chart that for you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Taking out one.
Order filled.
Stop to break even. Very baby trades. Baby trades. But if this was just a liquidity sweep, I can hold this all the day. That's the rejection I wanted. That's the rejection I wanted.
That's how I ended up with it. I thought you charted it.
Oh, but the momentum is hard to come by.
Yeah, I did.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
What are you snacking on over there?
Any love to the upside?
It's Easter Cadbury caramel eggs.
Oil rejecting. If we get under here, under this trend line in oil, could be fun times. Could be party time.
It's the only time of year I can really get them.
Nope, we're about to get stopped out.
Order filled.
Oh, profit stop.
Oh, my nephew is a little chonk right now.
Taking profit there in the practice.
Yeah.
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay.
Order filled.
Huge.
Boom, we're green on the day.
That kid has grown so much.
Moving that stop to break even because I don't want to have a red day anywhere. I can have all green days. That would be fun for me, even in the practice. Again, for those of you trading at home, if you're like me, you don't have money
Order
to
filled.
give to the market. You don't have time to learn. You take this practice account and you run it up. It will give you the confidence. It will give you the reps without any exposure. There's no risk on this.
Order filled.
I'm just going to long it.
Order filled.
Because I think we could put in a bounce here. Now, do I think it enough to try it in my funded account that this bear flag on bear flag action is going to work out? No. But if it does, I could see my VIX thesis holding up. We stay below this.
So we're at the benchmark right now for the 38 August succession.
We stay above 52.50 in the UVXY.
Opening
we
price.
Might be golden. But I can't count.
So sellers got to get below this opening price to open the door to the negative 382.
Right now, this is just seller.
Primary target for that is 654.56. Sorry, 654.46. Secondary target is 652.91.
That rejection on oil.
So the 38 and the 618.
They do not want to give it up today, guys. Oh boy. Oh my. Okay, oil pushing, VIX pushing. Oof. All right, adding
order filled.
Tail wick there. All right, guys, I'm gonna hang out for maybe 5 more minutes. My kids are home from school today, and I think I'm gonna go hang out with them because this does not look great. The flag on oil, if it double busts up, oof, watch out. And then my UVXY thesis is then probably no bueno.
Order filled.
Profits on the practice.
Order filled.
Green. Okay. Stop at break even. Stop at $5. See if this was the bottom. Bottom of the range. No, fucking more sellers. Wow, these people are
order
not
filled.
Playing around today, guys. We're at $4.96. Ouchie. Ooh, that's spicy meatball. What a day, y'all. What a day to be green and protect the green. I'm officially done trading today on the fundeds. Not screwing around anymore. This is danger zone. Danger zone. I'm going to show you a trick over here in my rocket scooter. Check this out. You guys might like this. Check this out on the old rocket scooter. I'm going to scroll down a bit. For the, oh my, down goes the market. Up goes oil. Up goes UVXY. Back to 52.50. And I'm shutting down. Shutting down the fundeds. They are done for today. Now, what I'm showing you here is I'm going to show you a risk interval trick. Risk interval is 253 points on the NQ. Uh-oh, oil breaking out of
US
my pennant here.
F-35 made emergency landing at U.S. Air Base.
Ali, down goes Tyson, down
F-35 struck by what was believed to be Iranian fire. Iranian missile has hit the Bazan oil refinery in Haifa.
We've got missiles from Iran hitting oil refineries in Israel.
Iranian missiles targeted Haifa oil refineries.
I want nothing to do with this. No, thank you. 253 points. I'm going to just demonstrate this really quick. We're looking over here to the top right from the tippity tip. Again, remember 25,580-ish. We're down here. Oh, we're only down 180. We revisit the bottom, though, and we're going to be down exactly.
Everything changed when we took Karg Island. Everything.
So here's what happened today.
That's why I was focused on Karg Island.
Down.
As far as the headline is concerned.
We are now back up a full risk interval from the bottom.
Equates to escalation.
Now, If we were to break all
eye for an eye
resistance in one go without this retest,
the gloves came off after Carg
This is not a cat active today. Practice account is calling to me. This bottoming action is looking okay. UVXY still not over 5250. There is maybe some supports down here. Should I take it? All right, I'm taking it.
Order filled. Order filled.
From 24 116.75. Check out over here on the SPX, guys. Look at that bottoming candle. That is a compelling bottom candle right there. This is on the 1 minute. A completely even doji, like a plus sign. What is that? That's something. I don't know what it is, but it's something. We're green. We're green on practice. That could have been the low of day, which would be weird. I think we go way lower, personally. Nice rejections on the VIX.
Order filled.
Profit.
I'm going to take a look at something here.
You might be hearing a little bit of my squawk. The Twitter squawk, hashtag TTP.
Excuse me.
Good blokes, they are. Oh, I'm tempted. I'm tempted to take this up on the funded UVXY.
We're gonna look at it from the daily chart.
Still so close to 5250. I think it's gonna get a test of 5250. We're gonna make another low, or maybe retest this low. Not taking it in the funded. Just gonna leave it for now.
Order filled.
Oh, out at break even. I just put it there. Wicked out.
Okay.
VIX booming. UVXY not breaking down. Maybe we revisit this cool low candle over here on the SPX. Nope. It's just gonna go.
Order filled. Order filled.
Long two. Yep, there it goes. Oh, but look at the rejection already.
Order filled.
Wow. Stop at break even, because look at the sellers that were just
order filled
like ninjas. No way. Bouncing off the EMA. Are the sellers gone? Just like that? They smack it down and then they bail? No conviction in either direction here. This is not super tradable.
Order filled.
Okay, I'm long.
Order filled.
In my paper account. Let's see what happens. We may completely tank from here. But it's a small size. Oh, no, not tanking. Reverse tank.
Order filled.
Oh, I was only long 3. Can you guys see my position size in this layout? No. Cannot. You can see my... Nope, you cannot see my P&L. Let's see if we can fix this. There we go. Oh, you can't... I just made it legible.
I gotta see SPY below this 655 area to see it run for the hills.
Okay.
Because that's where the moderate bear threshold is, that 4 hour. That is a huge reversal risk zone.
Yeah, I do know.
And to get the predicted bottom, we gotta make a break for it.
Maybe I'm right. Over here. Ooh, wow. Now, if this had been a regular position, I'd be
order filled
right here. Because again, remember with the bounce that we got off of this EMA before. Let's see. Let's see if I can make this a little.
Fun fact about me. I helped with the testing of the F-35's landing gear at Neil Armstrong Flight Research Center,
okay.
NASA, in Palmdale, California.
You can see my position and my P&L. Oh boy. Are we going to make a new low? Let's find out. I am long, so I kind of hope not. Look at that gapping gappage on the VIX. Oof. Okay, getting a bounce. I like it. There's the bounce off the EMA that I wanted. We recollected the EMA, and now we can fly. Yes.
Order filled.
Profit.
Order filled.
And now stop at break even, and we could actually totally fly from here. There goes UVXY off a cliff. I like that. What I'm seeing here. But I'm not gonna take it in the funded. It makes me sad. I want to have a good trade in my funded account. I only have $32.80.
Wee.
Still don't trust it. I don't trust it. Don't trust it.
I cracked myself up too much.
On this play, then the market is truly hosed.
Look at oil. Look at that big candle on oil.
There goes oil.
What a beaut. What a beaut, Clark.
Not bullish.
What a beaut.
Trappy. Warning. Oil.
Holy oil candle.
Not good for the market. I don't know why we're going up.
The U.S. will not implement a crude export ban.
Whoa. Big
Politico.
Jump on oil. Can you guys see this? Oil up. NASDAQ up. That's not normal. I'm moving this to the EMA. $10 stop. Yeah, you guys are seeing this oil. Goodness gracious.
Look at that candle on oil, guys.
Holy oil.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
VIX now getting the bounce. Glad I
put order filled.
Stop in.
It's we're just about to going.
Drizz up.
Yeah, but
I gotta see what's
that SPY hasn't reacted violently to that.
I know.
I'm like, I would expect
got dark.
it to
Sorry, guys. The lights are going out. It's getting
holy crap. What is going on crude?
All right, that should help a little bit. I have a backup light. It's always good to have.
Yeah, we hit the prior day value average high.
5230 on the UVXY.
Holy buckets.
Would have been stopped out. Oil, new high of day, 98. 90. We're gonna hit there's 99. Prior day high, 99.
It's just
78.
insane.
This has got to be like the short of a lifetime happening right now.
Hopefully we get predicted bottom off that move. Holy
this is
crap.
It's on my right.
Oh my gosh. Where's the news? I gotta see it.
Okay. Oil is friggin' flying.
I don't see it.
We did hit.
I don't see any news yet.
Oh, look at that bottom. Look at that bottom wick. Do I want it? I love those candles. I love those candles to go long. But oil is still going, man. I don't. All right.
Order filled.
Another excellent example of a paper.
Crude is at 100 almost. It was just at 95. Now it's almost 100.
And I would have risked the bottom of that.
Holy buckets. Something happened. Something big just happened.
Oil above prior day high. Big problems. Big problems in oil. We've got geopolitical nonsense afoot.
I'm still waiting.
Does not make sense. I'm not hearing anything in the squawk that would.
I don't know if that's in reaction to the Haifa oil refineries or if it's something we haven't seen yet.
Sketch balls to me. So.
But yeah, it's
84.50, which put me.
I mean, the thing is squeezing right now.
I don't love it. Oil up at 100. Now we do still have this trend line. This is why I leave them on here. The megaphone trend line could still
buckets.
All right, I'm actually going to go long.
Order filled.
On this bounce, because I think oil rejects up here, and we go fly for a little while. Yep. Stop at break even. There we go. Up 32.
Order filled.
27. I still don't trust this shit. I don't trust this at all, man. This is scary. This is scary times. The
lack of reaction on SPY and VIX
order filled.
The better entry on the funded.
Yeah.
With crude right now.
54.56. I'll take that as a win. $50. $50. It takes me to $260 something on the day. It's not as good as yesterday, but I will gladly take it. In the face of that oil candle, woof. Glad I didn't go red on the day in the practice account, especially after yesterday.
My SPY should be at low day.
Blew a rapid
off that move.
Stream. There There goes oil.
Holy crap.
That was a very
VIX should be at TP1.
Scalp on the funded. That was extremely risky. I do like
what is going on?
Not playing along, but
I just don't know if that's a lag to news we've already seen, or if that's a lead to news we haven't seen yet.
We defeated that funny doji on the SPX, tested liquidity, bounced immediately. But is there enough liquidity there to overcome?
Holy crap.
Sellers all on the EMAs. Let's see. Got to get over this one, and then we got to get over the VWAP up here. Now, what does that look like on the stream? Okay. I'm moving stop to break even. This could have legs in the paper account. Oil still at 100. This was some good bottoming action here on the market. I don't completely understand why the VIX is rejecting while oil is pushing. And because I don't understand it, I'm not going to take it in my funded. I'm going to take my $250 and I'm going to say, see y'all later. SPX putting in a nice doubling bottom over here. This is on the 1 minute. I don't know why I'm on a 1 minute, but that's fine. Moving stops up. Okay.
I see 66.35 as a potential retest, which is in line with 65.80. And then take a look at the scalp is short from down below. Right here. Well,
VIX, big rejection here. Oil still hanging at the high. Getting a rejecty candle. Putting some hanging mans up here at resistance. This could be a big boom. Or it could be a yoink. Either way, not going to take it in the funded to find out. Keeping my green day.
Order filled.
There it is. What'd I tell you? Rejectum mundo. Does the liquidity have legs? No, it does.
Oh my gosh. Look at oil.
Yeah.
Look at crude.
It doesn't. It's not
over 100.
making sense.
Yeah, something's broke.
It is over. You
Something
guys.
is broke.
I'm stepping away. This looks bad.
This is why we don't right today. We're not focused on the short. We're just letting things play out because things get crazy.
Trusty trading
this is a good example here. VIX is pinned. Crude is squeezing. SPY is pinned.
I'm seeing rejections on oil here and on VIX. Are we about to pop up? Okay, that's actually a great rejection candle on VIX. I'm going to get back
Order
in here
filled.
on the practice account.
Mr. President, crude is back at $100. Save us.
Okay, stop at break even because I'm chasing here.
Order filled.
Stopped. Got to be careful on the chases because this could also just be a bounce. Oil under priority.
Order filled.
I'm long again. Oh, but VIX bounced.
Order filled.
Okay, I'm long 3 from 24, 4, 30, 50. I think we get a decent bounce because oil is pretty much squeezed, rejected. As long as we can break down a little bit further on oil, we're going to be fine. Not fine enough to take it in funded, but we're fine. VIX, 3 red candles on the 5, but looking poppy. Oh my. Oh my. That's why we don't take it in the funded. Holy schlamoli. Oil putting in a really big rounded top. Falling further.
Order filled.
One more off the EMA. See if we get
somebody's lying.
Love. No love off the EMA so far. Down we go. This might be kind of our last stop before the basement. VIX bouncing, oil falling down to 99. That is bullish for the market. Market did not react to that. 97.33 up to 150. Huh, that's weird. All right,
order filled. Order filled.
Other two are at break even. up 40 bucks on the position. Jeez, the top wicks are brutal here, guys.
Order filled.
Stopped out in profits, but let this be a lesson to you guys. Don't mess around on these markets.
Oh my gosh.
Could have been an opportunity to take it in funded, but look at all of the sellers. I don't know if I want to fight them today, guys. I'm kind of feeling like calling it a day. I did get the big booty rejection.
That's one of the biggest crude candles we've seen.
That was correct. Oil dropped. Market ish. Beagle says it's time, you guys. Beagle says market is scary. I don't think this is the real bottom. I still think that we put in the high of the day already. So I'm going to say adios to y'all. I really appreciate anyone who has watched this. And as I said yesterday on my very first stream, thank you, and I'm sorry. I hope everybody has a great day. If you are green,
Japan's prime minister says,
let's get the F out of here.
Let's see.
Guys. I will see y'all tomorrow. Ish, maybe, probably.
Yeah, so Japan's prime minister just said global economy